Welcome back. All right, so a little bit of a jersey unboxing. No, I'm on the right channel because these came from the people at Shorzy, the people who were in charge of that show. Um, and then there was a ridiculous amount of duties applied because it looks like when they were writing down the paperwork, they miswrote the number. Either way, it's something I've talked about with um, again, with the people on the Shorzy side of things. Never use your teeth, kids. Don't do that. It's bad. But all right. So first up, as we're all folded inward, Sue Hunt. So this is the team of the. I mean, they're not bad guys, but they're the team that uh, the Blueberry Bulldogs are up against. So they're very well made. I have to say they're very well made. I did want to check one thing here. I wanted to look at the inside of it too. Oh yeah, that's really well done. So very nicely done, all stitched down to the jersey and everything. Nope, out. Out, out, out. It's a cat, not a rabbit. Out, out, out. Although there's a rabbit right there thinking about getting involved in everything. So there's that. And then the problem is somehow my rabbit decided every time she hears a bag, that means she's going to get treats. And I don't know where she got that idea from. Now it's a rabbit that's in the bag. Yeah, give me a sec. I know, it's in your way, isn't it? Just give me a sec. Hip, hip, hip. You better now? It's out of your way. All right. So this one here, also for the Sue Hunt. Yeah, that'll be fun. So now I have a blue Blueberry Bulldogs jersey, and I have two for the Sue Hunt. It's going to make me look like I'm a Sue Hunt fan. So at any rate, those are jerseys I can wear in videos on either channel. But I also wanted to shoehorn into this video, and I guess by shoehorning in, I mean everything that's on the board, which means it's not really shoehorned in. So the jersey's shoehorned in. You guys can decide as much as you want to decide. Does anybody even use a shoehorn anymore? It's not even a thing. It just makes me look old even saying it. So I wanted to go a little bit over the YouTube stuff because I do talk about YouTube and people are like, I'm surprised he follows that. So I'll go ahead and I'll go through some of the stuff I'm more likely to watch rather than going through all the channels I'm subscribed to because it's a lot. So I would say the videos I watch the most on YouTube are probably like wrestling related. I don't have as much time to watch wrestling as I did before the hockey channel blew up. So I do rely on the news channels, the ups and downs videos from Simon Miller, which are absolutely fantastic. And I also subscribe to Ryan Miller, Simon Miller's channel. If Ryan Miller had a channel, I'd subscribe to it too. But Simon Miller's own channel as well. I'm actually one of his patrons as well. Because I think Simon Miller does really good work on this platform. Really seems like a really nice guy, and I'll talk about that in a bit too. Red Letter Media, any video Red Letter Media has put up over the last decade, I have watched, minus maybe a couple, which says a lot. It says a lot when I watch every single video on a channel that as soon as they post, I go, yes, like awesome. Like I'll load up my subscriptions. I'm like, well, maybe I'll watch, oh, they did a 95-minute video today. Oh, they're watching multiple movies today. Well, I know where my hour and a half's going, and I'll spend that hour and a half watching it. And if I have to carve that out of other things I was going to do that day, oh well. So yeah, Red Letter Media is fantastic. I do watch Phil DeFranco too. Most of his videos I watch. I don't watch them all the way through, but they're not really designed to be watched all the way through. All of them. I do like to hear his take on some items. I do leave comments every now and then on his videos as well. I do have some news, some politics that I consume, but not very much. I honestly, at this point in time, with all the just everything that's going on globally, it can get to be a bit of a lot. So I do limit how much of the news and politics stuff that I consume. Just the main points, just the major stuff, and then I go on about the rest of my day. And I do keep that off of this channel and the main channel as well because I do think you need to have at times a panacea, a place where it doesn't have to devolve into discussions of whatever. And it just feels like the internet now, everything devolves into all these discussions. And I want to do my best to try to make sure that what we're talking about on my main channel is hockey. What we're talking about in this channel is just fun stuff and just, TV, music, whatever it is, and just enjoy it. Also clip videos. I can get just caught up in clip videos, and then they'll try it. They'll be like, "Hey, watch this one." I'm like, "Oh, it's," and usually it's Big Bang Theory, Friends are common ones too, but even just like clips of old shows, like clips from Taxi, from WKRP in Cincinnati, two shows that were criminally underrated in their time. And I honestly think the comedy still holds up now. Sadly, they tried a revived version of WKRP that forgot it had to be funny. And then I don't know that they've tried it again since then. That was a long time ago too. That attempt to revive it. They've never tried to revive Taxi, which is interesting because I think you could make an interesting show about like Uber drivers and Lyft and all that and experiences there. You could do like and obviously to be decentralized, it wouldn't be like Taxi where they all sit around together. But I think there'd be an interesting show you could do there. And it's not like you'd have to stretch the truth that much to make some of these Uber rides really entertaining. In some cases, pretty dramatic as well. But yeah, clip videos, list videos as well. I talked about that recently in a video too. I don't consume list videos as much as I used to. I've sort of started to put my foot down on it. It has to be something I haven't seen a list of before. So if it's top 10 horror reveals, I've seen that before. Top 10 unexpected twists and turns, seen that before. Top 10 funniest of the, yeah, no, seen that before. So if it's something I've seen a list of before, I'm not watching another list video of it because I'll start getting mad. It'll be like, well, no, that's not, and they can tick me off too. So even though I produce list videos on the hockey channel and people get really mad at me for where I rank certain players on stuff, I get it. I totally get it. And so when I'm putting a list together, I'm like, yep, I think this is a good list. Man, people are going to be so mad, and I know exactly which people I'm going to get feedback on, but which ones are ranked too high or too low for certain people. But part and parcel of list videos. And I've started consuming a lot of Doctor Who videos again. I think it's very telling that now the Doctor Who channels, both the official ones and then the gossipy ones, are talking about all the old Doctor Who stuff. And by old, I mean New Who, which is like your 9th, your 10th, and 11th Doctors again. And it's like, okay, so now that Russell T Davies is back in charge, we're going to start talking about when I really enjoyed the show. Thank you. I really enjoyed the first few seasons of the show. There was always at least one episode that wasn't any good, but a scribble? Really? A scribble. And then, and Rose and the Doctor have loved each other for a long time. No, they haven't. He was in love with the lady, and he goes through that, and Lady Pompadour. Like, sure, yeah, but he's in love with Rose the whole time. But anyways, those are just nitpicks. Just nitpicks. And I didn't really have a season where I got mad until the 6th season, which was where they tried to take Doctor Who and Americanize it. And it was really quite obvious they were trying to Americanize it and sort of give it almost this Buffy sort of feel, and it didn't work. But yeah, so I do enjoy watching those. And then with hockey content, I really consume very little hockey content because I watch hockey from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 o'clock most nights. Because I'm also, on all the social media for all the hockey people, reading what's going on with Friedman, with Johnston, with all of the teams. I follow all 32 teams. I follow reporters for all 32 teams. When I'm on YouTube, I'm looking for a bit of a break, but I do watch Donnie and Dolly because they are here in this market and they talk a lot about the Canucks, and I watch Canucks Clay as well, who does a lot of discussion about the Canucks. And I mean, because at the heart of it, beyond being a hockey guy, I am a Canucks fan. I do enjoy watching Canucks games, going to one tonight and everything. But one thing that's important to me with what I watch on YouTube is character. And it is one thing that has at times caused me to change my opinion of certain YouTubers and certain channels, is when it comes out that, when the camera's off, this guy's not nice, and it might be... It can be something from a domestic violence issue. It could be, there's a lot of different things where I'll say, I don't know if I can watch that anymore. I don't know that character is as important to a lot of people to watch YouTube or just in general on social media, but it is to me. There are certain character issues that will cause me to say, yeah, I'm out. And I'm not going to come out and I don't make a statement on that channel if I'm unsubscribing because. I hit the unsubscribe button and I move along. I don't really talk about it. Now, if I'm talking to somebody in person and they say, "Hey, do you watch this channel?" If I have a negative view of that YouTuber or of that person on social media, I'll say that. I'll say, "Yeah, I'm not a fan," and I'll say why. I don't hide that, but I feel like when I'm on doing videos like this, just sort of leave it where it is. And I mean, there's obviously the drama stuff too that I get into at times. I only really care about the drama stuff too when I feel like it could have a negative impact on the platform in general. So if somebody does something stupid that's going to cause everybody to see a drop in their ad revenue that month, I feel like it's important to know what's going on and who's involved and what the issue is. I even when I hear that like, oh, advertisers are pulling money, I'm like, which ones? And I will look to see if I can find a list of which ones. I have a good idea for which advertisers are on my channel, and if I see the advertisers that I think are on my channel amongst those that are deciding to take the money off the platform, then I know it's going to negatively impact me as well. Although when that revenue goes out the window, it does drive ad rates down, so it's going to hit your channel anyways, regardless. That's why it's important for me to watch that. That's why I've been talking about YouTube lately in videos, because you have to know what's going on the platform. To me, it's no different than when I worked in a factory job, knowing, how each department's doing, knowing how everybody's doing. Because if one department's having a really hard time that day, maybe they're really understaffed, it's going to affect the rest of it. If one part of the building is having a really difficult time, it's going to negatively impact everybody else. So same thing with YouTube. It's important to know what's going on everywhere. So while it might seem odd for me to say I've watched, I think it's 3 different Azzyland videos today, and honestly, seems delightful. I honestly, and again, it's a result of some of the drama stuff that's going on, but I have no problem with watching her videos, puts up her watch time, leaving positive comments, and just, saying, hey, fight the good fight and do what you're doing. And I think you do a good job. And I genuinely, if I'm leaving a comment on a channel, it's going to be positive. I think it's really important to leave those positive comments. Because you can get really inundated with negative comments at times. And so, yeah, it is important to me anyways, to have that character. It's difficult to measure that because some people are really good actors. They get the camera rolling, they start doing videos, and you're like, oh, well, this person seems great. And then you'll see some viral video of them being really nasty to fans of theirs, or, flat out refusing to sign something, or just being absolutely miserable. And I'm not talking about like when you're out with your family and somebody goes, hey, can I have your autograph? And you're like, I'm eating right now. Can we do this later? I think that's fine. I think that's reasonable. I think even in that situation, depending on the occasion that you're celebrating, maybe you're not celebrating, for you to turn around and say this is not a good time. But it is important to be polite and understanding, and so I do my best to be that way if somebody approaches me in public. I have never spurned anybody when they approach me in public. I can't remember a time I've ever said, well, I'm really busy right now, and yet there are times where somebody will stop me, and I may be busy, but I feel like taking a few seconds out of my day, and if they want to take a selfie with me, cool. It's the least I can do. It's the least I can do. This platform has been good to me and to my family, and so I want to do the best that I can to pay back the subscribers and the viewers who have helped the channel's growth over the years. So I did want to talk about that a little bit today. Show the jerseys that I got, which are Shoresy related. And I'm thinking to myself, like, would I wear those for a meetup? I mean, I wore the Bulldogs one. I probably would. I would probably wear the Sioux Hunt. The camouflage one might be kind of funny because where we normally have street hockey meetups in Coquitlam, it's on the edge of the woods there, so I could just stand along the boards there and say, oh, I'm camouflaged. No one can see me. But they'll be able to see me unless I get camouflage pants. I'm not getting camouflage pants. I'm not doing it, because then I'd have to have the hat and cover my face, and it becomes a whole thing. It's just a jersey. So at any rate, there you go. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video, and don't be surprised when there's some more content coming up on here with the holidays coming up. I've definitely got my shopping for Christmas well underway. There are already various parts of the house I'm not allowed to rut through and look around in, and there are parts as well in my area that I've told Yvonne, no, you can't, because and definitely when I get stuff that's for her, I'm putting in places I know she's not going to look, and not only that, but my wife doesn't snoop either. She wouldn't want. She doesn't like to ruin the surprise. I don't technically like to ruin the surprise. The one time that I did, I kind of spoiled the whole Santa thing for myself. So I learned my lesson. But anyways, there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. The hockey channel's near 300,000 subscribers. I would normally be very excited about it approaching a milestone like that. However, I know there are still bot accounts in there, and I know those bot accounts are going to get caught and removed. And I think it's still in the realm of probably about 2,000 to 2,500. So that means I'm probably not going to pass 300,000 just once. I'll probably have to pass it more than once, but I'm fine with that too. I've thought about doing something comedic relating to that. Make it that, Gary decided to put in a phone call and make sure I didn't reach that milestone. So we'll see. When those accounts disappear and my numbers I'm a little more confident in, then I can definitely do a video then. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the growth. This channel's doing well as well. So that's why there's been more content on here than usual. That was always my promise. If this channel started doing really well, there would be more content here. So thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.